Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're from. Susan Lazar-Hart here, your congruency coach for creative seekers, change makers, looking to get in touch with who they be, what they really came here to be for that joy-filled and fulfilling, successful life, sprinkled with happiness that they truly desire. So, while I'm waiting for the algorithms to kick in, as you come on in, tell us where you're from. We have an international community. And what questions do you have for me today? We've been talking about value for the month of January. What do you value about what you're creating? What does value mean? All kinds of places and spaces that we've gone. If you're new to Ask Susan, just scroll down. You'll see all the other past Ask Susan Sundays, or go to Ask Susan TV, where you can catch them all. Please like them, share them, and give me some feedback. I love to hear from you and what's coming up for you and how you're creating and who you're creating with and what you'd like to create, because that's what life is all about. It's about creation, right? We are creating every moment, every nanosecond. Our bodies are shifting and changing. They're listening to the resonances of the vibrations that we're bringing in, right? And what's that creating? Is it creating more joy, more ease in your body? Are you creating more joy, more ease in your life? Oh, I got a hearts and a thumbs up on that. And my question for you this week is, are you willing to reclaim the value of you, right? So, hey, Torgun, welcome. Hello from Norway, love that. Thank you, love Norway. I had a wonderful 9 months in Norway in my youth. Hitchhiking around, working on a mountain station, and picking apples for some farmers in the Hardanger area. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hiking, and yeah, gorgeous area. You should all go when we can travel again, definitely. Yay! So, that's part of reclaiming the value of you. Is there anything that you really enjoyed where you felt 100% present in your body, in your being, and in your youth? And you're like wondering now, like, who was I back then? Well, what is it that you valued about traveling? Hey, Teresa, about discovering the journey of you. Hey, Deborah, welcome. So glad to see you too. What is it that you discovered when you were younger, about what brought you joy and that you actually valued about you? For myself, I spent a lot of time with myself, hitchhiking around the world. I remember the very first time I was in Mexico and I jumped into this blue water, took all my clothes off, jumped in this blue water, and I was like, oh, right? And I value that about me. I value that no matter what it is, no matter what it looks like, I know that I'm on a journey of discovery, no matter what age I am. So, hey, Janie, welcome. So when you're willing to get in touch with what brings you joy, right? What creates that orgasmic, yes, I'm totally present and I'm here, right? And perhaps you're turning around saying, gee, you know what, Susan, I've lost that. Well, it's not that you've lost it. It's about, are you willing to reclaim it, right? Are you willing to reclaim what turns you on, what turned you on, right? What you're aware of. Because it's not what other people value about you. It's what you value about you, right? I always say, I'm the kind of person that, right? I'm the kind of person that I love to play and cook with food, right? The tastes, the textures, the smells. It's a creation for me. I kind of lose myself in the process of baking, cooking, whatever that is, of gardening, of bringing food up from the ground, all the way from picking it at the grocery store to what, I wonder what this could create, right? I value that. I'm not going to give that to somebody else. So part of what is it that are you willing to reclaim and claim the value of you? What is it that you've given to somebody else to be or do? There's so many people out there that are telling you how to create. Hey, Renata, how to create, who to create with, what to do. Just follow the system. Well, does that system work for you? Here's the strategy. Does that strategy actually work for you? Does that vibrate to your sense of Hey, Caddy, to your sense of who you be, what you be, and how you create in the world. So if you're new to Ask Susan on Congruent Living, this is not a dialogue or monologue, it's a conversation. Come on in with your questions and your aha moments, pop them in here. This is that space where it's about opening up, right, to who you truly be, and asking some questions if they pop for you. Again, if not, coming in later, hashtag replay, I always check in, write your comments and questions in there as well. So, you know, at what age or stage in your growth, because we never stop growing, oh, I got a heart there, did you give up you, the value of you, what you truly value about you, right? I remember playing the guitar. I was a teenager and I was playing the guitar, and I used to play the guitar with my brother, and I was playing the guitar, and all of a sudden I was at boarding school and somebody sat down and picked up my guitar, and they were amazing. They were just like, and I never picked up the guitar again, right? Like, what was that? Who was that? Who was I being? It's like, have any of you ever given up that part of you that you so enjoy, and because someone else was better at it, told you they were better at it, they seemed better at it? Hey, Charlotte. Because the truth is, when I dig back down, I was like, oh, I actually was raised in a family that was quite competitive, and that if you weren't at the top, you were at the bottom. So now I can look back and say, oh, well, what was the value of giving that up? Oh, I was taught that other people had greater value than I. Well, now that I have that information, well, who does that belong to, right? Are you getting this? It's not about a woe is me party. It's about what is it that you gave up that you actually would like to reclaim. I sing in the car. I have other ways in which I'm musical. I'm playing the guitar again, right? It's what is it that you stopped playing the guitar too, yeah. You know what, and the other thing is too, so just on that topic, I also have a banjo, and I was, there was somebody who was giving banjo classes, and I'm like, oh, I could do that. And I realized I loved the idea of playing the banjo. I really wasn't crazy about the idea of learning how to play the banjo, right? So anywhere you've caught yourself in a trap where you're learning how to do something, what is it that you've been taught that's valuable about being on that hamster wheel of I have to learn this, I have to learn that, I have to learn this, rather than, right, writing out, and this is on the master class on presence workshop, let's see if I have it, writing down at the top of a large pad of paper, I desire, right, I desire, and then put everything you desire on that piece of paper. And when you then now look at your list and ask yourself, oh, I wrote, I desire to play the banjo. When I looked at the list, I'm like, oh, I actually desire to play the banjo. I really don't desire to learn how to play the banjo, right? It's not that relevant to what I'm asking you to create right now in this 10 seconds, right? So it's about getting honest with yourself. What is it that you value about you that you've given up? You've given up for somebody else's point of view about you. You've given up because you bought. It's all a story that you buy, that you don't have time, that you're not that person anymore, whatever that is. Are you willing to claim, own, and acknowledge the values of you, right? Just for you, just for fun. Yeah, what could that look like? So let's see some hearts or thumbs up or questions. What's popping for people here, right? It's kind of an interesting place to play. Are you willing to reclaim the value of you? How many people get into a relationship and they think, oh, this person likes this, so I'll now start to like that, what they're liking, and you've actually given up what it is that attracted them to you to begin with, which is your quirkiness, your sense of adventure, you're a seeker, right? So everywhere you give up you for somebody else, you're also telling yourself you have no value. Yeah. Renata. Great. Deborah. Thank you, Susan, for reminding me. You are so welcome. Thanks for popping in. Renata. I'm designing something for me, and when somebody asks for a flyer, I stop my things and put others first. Yeah. So here's the deal. Make a commitment with yourself in the start of the day, right? What are you committing to today? Like yesterday I wrote down, oh, I'm actually committing to have fun. So I went out and snowshoed with my friends. And I also am committing to redoing my lead generation for my website, right? So I did some of it. I went and had fun. And then Ricky and I had a wonderful dinner together, right? Oh, so when I woke up this morning, I'm like, what am I committing to? I'm committing to, no matter what it takes, no matter what it looks like, to finish that writing. So at the end of the day, did I honor my commitment to me? Right? Hey, Nancy. Right? Because that's what I value about myself, is I'm willing to go there, and I'm also willing to integrate fun and joy and talking with my body and something yummy for dinner, right? It's not about giving up something to do something, but when you, and I get it, I totally get it, Renata. When we do that, and we all do that, right? When we're working on something just for us, and there's a ping on Facebook, or somebody messages you, or whatever that is, would you be willing to say to yourself, I'm the kind of person that is finishing this flyer? Right? Because whatever you say I am is, I'm finishing this flyer. Right? You're declaring your space and your authority. People will respect that. But you have to claim, own, and acknowledge your commitment to what it is you're asking to create, what you are creating, and you have to value that time with you. You know, when you're doing that flyer, Renata, that's your time with your creative juices. Right? No one can give that back to you. When you're following that tug and creating, are you willing to claim, own, and acknowledge that you matter more than anybody else's tugs? Right? It's like, what do I want to see myself getting done by the end of today? What do I want to see myself committing to today? And do it. Right? That's the value of you. Yeah. Yep. Oh, I got lots of hearts. Yes, says Renata. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I totally get that. So today, it's like, no, there's another part to this too. When we keep putting something off, we put us off. Right? When we keep putting something aside, I'll get to that. I'll help you first. I'll get to this. What I'm valuing. Right? You're doing two things. Number one is you're telling your business that your business is not your priority, right? Because you're doing a flyer. Right? I'm assuming it's for your business. So you're in a conversation with your business energetically, and you're saying, oh, they're more important than you. Right? These tugs, this Facebook thing, it could be a Netflix for somebody. It could be somebody who says, oh, you know, come with me and do this. You're telling your business that your business is down the ladder on priorities. Energetically, you're saying to your business, I'll get to you later. Is that really what you want to create? Right? Ask your business to contribute to you. Business, right? Let's put a bell jar around us and get this shit done. Today, whatever it is, whatever it looks like. Right? Yeah. And again, you are whatever you say you are. So if you say, and this is for everybody, thank you so much, Renata. I'm so grateful for you bringing this up. I'm getting lots of hearts. If you say, I'm the kind of person that's going to get this done today. You know, like today, I'm the kind of person I'm starting tomorrow with a fresh plate. I'm not starting tomorrow with a full plate. Right? That's what I value about me. Right? Yeah. So that's the commitment to me. No matter what it looks like, no matter what it takes. And when you start to honor your word to yourself, to your business, to your relationships, to your body, to whatever that is, it just creates a different flow, right? It creates a different ease and flow. Yeah. And that's what I value. You know, one of the things I value that is built on my foundation is ease and flow. Right? Not that it's going to be comfortable, but it's like, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it takes, I'm getting this done. Thank you so much. Any other questions? Anything else popping for people? Again, you know, we have this whole river of, called the subconscious mind, of chatter, right? Of pulling us back to, you know, perhaps you were raised in a family where everybody put their interests above yours, and you were trained to make sure everybody else was taken care of. So then now you're growing up, hopefully. You're in your business, your life, your relationship, and you still have that pattern, right? So part of congruent living is living in harmony with who you be, what you be, and how you're creating. So once you're starting to recognize, oh, that's a habit. That's just a habit. That's not me. Right? I'm not actually going to give up my business or what I'm asking to create for a habit. Right? So that's part of reclaiming the value of you. And again, for those of you popping in late, put on a, get a pad, write down what I desire. Because what you desire is what's valuable to you. And then really look at it and ask which one of these is a priority, right? Which one of these do I really desire? Be God honest with yourself. And which one of these do I actually value? And where am I in this? So lots of questions in there. Renata says, I was thinking in pattern, you read my mind. Absolutely. We're trained at a very young age to believe someone else's pattern and how we're being raised is more valuable than what we know to be real and true. Right? Those awarenesses that you have as a little one. And you're taught, oh, that's not valuable. Or you shouldn't know that. Like I remember, I think I was in boarding school and I was in grade 8 or 9, and we were told to write an essay of I don't know what the essay was about, but I know I handed in an essay about how being naked in the forest and being married in the forest, naked with the birds and the trees, and my teacher gave it back to me. She said, this is not applicable, and this is not okay. You go back and write another story. And it really stayed with me that we're asked to create something and then we're judged for it, right? So how many of you have made someone else's judgment about you more valuable than the joy of creation, right? Are you ready to reclaim that joy of creation? Yeah. And what does that look like for you? Are you willing to be outrageous, right? Are you willing to be totally different? And do you, it's not about holding up totally different as like, yeah, I'm different. It's more like, yeah, I get it. This is what works for me, and I'm holding true to that. That's the value of who you be and what you be. Yeah, and what that could look like. If you're listening later, come on in with your comments. And if re-listening to this, yeah, again, come on in with your comments. I love to read what you're saying. You want to private message me? Hey, Janet, go for it. Private message me if it's something you don't want to share with everybody else. And if you're saying to yourself, Susan, I don't really get the value of me. I don't understand what that is. Reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. Susan at susanlazarhart.com. Or just go to my website, susanlazarhart.com, and reach out to me through there. I'm totally approachable. This is what I do with people, is I work with people to actually open that space where they can be more of them, where they can shine. Oh, Deborah says, I will re-listen to this. Absolutely. Thank you, Deborah. Yeah. Where they can shine, where they actually become in alignment with their true spirit of who they truly came here to be and what they came here to do. Hey, Mary Fletcher Farrell. How you doing? I love you all. I adore you. If there's no more questions, I will love you and leave you. Really be with this one. Yeah, have another. I love Deborah says I'm going to have a re-listen. Actually, that's something that I do. I come in and re-listen as well. Make sure that I hit all the spots. Torgan says, thank you. Great reminder for me to be me. Yes, be you. Everybody else is taken. I love it. Hey, Ada, welcome, welcome. Take some time today. Do your home play. Hi, Gulshan. Right? Do your home play. And let me know what pops for you. Your home play is to write out what it is that you desire, and then look at that list and ask, what is it that you value about you? What is it that you value about this list? And be with it, right? Be with it. Because life is too short to value you because somebody else values you. Life is too short to let go of what you value about you, that juicy, joyous creation that you came here to be and do, right? It's not about being acknowledged, it's about you acknowledging you, right? I'm the kind of person that, I I wonder what that could create. Sonia says, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you all for coming on in. Again, if you're coming in late, have a re-listen. If you want to reach out to me, please do. Please, please do. Don't sit with something that isn't working for you. Life's too short, right? Let's enjoy each other. Let's enjoy ourselves. Private message me or SusanLazarHart.com. I adore you all. Live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be, because the world needs more of you, not less. Thank you, Renata. Thank you all. Mwah. Get out there and have an amazing morning, day, or evening. I love you.